Hi, my name is Sarah Reiser, and for my Culture Meets Culture activity, I will be talking about Poland. Poland has a rich history of wars, political reform, and independence. All of this has given Poles a great sense of national pride and a military spirit. In fact, their national anthem, written in 1797, is titled "Poland Has Not Yet Perished." As far as language goes, Poles use the Latin alphabet, but speak with a Polish vernacular. 95% of Poles are Roman Catholic, while the other 5% are Protestant, Muslim, or other non-Christianity religions. Religion is extremely important to Poles, and holidays like Christmas and All Saints' Days are well celebrated. Many Poles live on a diet of bread, meat, and potatoes. However, vegetables are an important part of dinner. There are 4 meals a day. The first, breakfast, is served at 6 or 8 o'clock a.m. There is second breakfast, which is a light meal that is served around 12 p.m. Dinner is served around 4 or 6 p.m., and supper is served around 9. Tea, coffee, and milk are often served with these meals. Pierogies, which are one of the national dishes of Poland, are served at dinner. Modern Polish art includes painted eggs. Painted eggs were a Slavic tradition that came to Poland, presumably when the Slavs did. Each spring, Poles give the eggs to family and friends to symbolize life and birth. Another tradition celebrated with modern art is Palm Sunday. It's been celebrated ever since the Middle Ages. Decorative branches, traditionally willow, are used to commence Holy Week. The palms are burned, and then the ashes are to be kept to spread during the next Ash Wednesday. The chosen written language of the Poles used to be Latin. However, Polish came to be known as a literary language by the 14th century. The oldest surviving work in Polish is Bohatyra, or Mother of God. The period of Romanticism in Poland focused on writings of freedom and sovereignty, and how religion played a role in these ideas. The trinity of poets at the time were Adam Mickiewicz, Julius Stowacki, and Zygmunt Krasinski. One period that had a great cultural impact in Poland was the Positivism period. This period was marked by the 1863 uprising against the Russian control of Poland. Instead of fighting, positivists urged people to put their national pride in knowledge and education. Therefore, positivists wrote about equality of education for all citizens and raised literacy rates. There were social reforms as well. One journalist named Borzysław Prus wrote about education reform, while another named Eliza Barzukowa wrote about women's equality. I will now talk about the Polish influence in Texas. The first group of Polish settlers came to Texas in 1818, seeking refuge from Napoleon Bonaparte. Later, in 1854, large groups of Polish families arrived in Texas and settled near the city of San Antonio. At the time, Poland was largely Russian-controlled, and the Poles had very little independence. There was also a lack of food and uncontrollable disease in Poland that drove people to leave. Father Maksim Gimba is the founder of the oldest Polish settlement in Texas, Panna Maria. Other Polish Texans settled in Bandera. In the late 19th century, there was another wave of Poles to Texas. The Polish settlers were often ostracized for their lack of English, wearing wooden shoes, and their distinct looks. Many of the settlers ended up being farmers. There are a few artists and notable works that influenced Texas culture. Karl von Iwanski was an artist in the 1870s who showed Texan pioneers and Civil War soldiers through his sketches and paintings. Later on in life, he became a photographer and took portrait and landscape photos of the hill country. Another artist is Pola Negri, who was a famous silent film star. One work that hangs in the church in the city of Panna Maria is a painting that shows the Poles' devotion to Catholicism. The Church of Immaculate Conception, which was built in 1878, features a replica of Our Lady of Czestochowa. The original piece was titled Black Madonna, is found in Częstochowa, Poland. The replica was gifted to the church by President Johnson in 1966. This gift shows how impactful the Polish people have been in Texas. Polish Texans have had a significant impact on the food and music of Texas as well. Kielbasa is a sausage that Polish Texans would make and then take to large gatherings like weddings. There are food festivals all across Texas today that feature food like kielbasa, pierogies, and cabbage rolls, which are often a staple in Polish people's diets. Music in Texas has been influenced by the Polish Texans as well. There is a blending of Mexican and Polish traditional polka music that has led to the addition of accordion in many Mexican bands. Thanks for watching!